Everybody, what's going on? Cool Sam here. Welcome back. Welcome back to Dragon Saga's Newbie Guide. But we are beginning the level 60 to, I want to say 70? Yeah, we'll do 70. I don't want to go all the way to 80. That's just like a pain in the ass. So we're not doing 80, unfortunately, because 70 to 80 is when the level grind really starts to go to a bit of a crawl, unless, you have every double XP weekend marked on your calendar. Anyways, in the last part, we defeated the Bone Dragon, which was the requirement to promote to a Savage, and did a bit of gear modifying here. Not too much modifying, but mostly what it was is I wanted a bit higher critical rate to work with and a bit higher critical damage, because in this episode, we are going to be taking on, the next series of hero quests, which lead to the Ice Continent. Now, I believe, a bit of note for Van Cliff runners, these quests right here with the Dark Magician and, you do his quest first, but you'll unlock the recipe quests. These aren't really too important, except if you want a Bone Dragon weapon, because you gotta do at least one of these. You have to get the shoulder recipe before you can unlock the weapon recipe quest. So, just a bit of a heads up there, that's how you get the weapon for the Bone Dragon. I'm personally not going to go for it, even though I could probably find it in the market pretty cheap. It's not too expensive a weapon. Let's see. Even I could probably find the heirloom counterpart pretty cheap, too. Nope. Unfortunately, not available. Oh. I don't know, let's see. Let's take it a little more broad, 55 to 65. I give you a bit of an idea of what you'll see for weapons at this level. I guess, just to alleviate you guys with some little bit of thing, I'm not going to make this guide super easy by getting a Lightning Oak as soon as I hit 65. One, I can't really afford it right now. Lightning Oaks are a pretty big investment. Getting it by itself is a lot of money, and then you have to pour even more of it into the enchantments, because it's the closest thing to a level 70 weapon that you can get without getting a level 70 weapon. So anyways, first off, when you promote at 60, you get a job change package. This is your third one, and I know this, I don't have any others. Do I? Oh. I'm apparently missing one. Is there any other ones? Good. Okay, let me get the one in Libra, because you're not allowed to accept it remotely. You have to do it from Libra itself. This is awkward, because I remember they added a level 41, but I didn't know when they added a level 41. So, we get to see some of the job change goodies they added. These were added after I promoted, obviously, so I didn't know about them. So, job change reward, level 40. We open it up, you get a goods shop license, inventory expansion, some defense orders that apply to any mission map, and some jack beans. These will come in handy when I have to level this character off screen, because I have to do them in XP events now. And this package contained, the 61. I opened it accidentally. It gave me some more beans and some XP and tactical fatigue potions. I guess to make the 60 to 70 grind, maybe 60 to 75 a little easier. And for the inventory expansion, it's always nice to have these. Be grateful you have inventory expansions. Also, the 60 promotion did not give a reset, but this does. So, if you ever need to reset your skills, there you go. You got a 60 reset scroll. Because this is, and for those of you who don't want to buy reset scrolls, fair warning, this is like your last reset scroll you'll get for free. Unless, of course, you get one through an event or something that somehow releases it. So, let's go back to, Ash Mist. You see I had at least one of the maps uncovered, because we have another Hero Quest series to go to. Now, let's see, what is the quest? Nicole's Power. Let's see, Dragon Bone and White. Okay, yeah, some of these material quest conversions become available after Bone Dragon as well. This is to get you the stuff needed for other Bone Dragon recipes and such. Keep that in mind when you have to actually make stuff for the Bone Dragon. So anyways, we're going to be starting the Black Land, or as I like to call it, it's beginning to look a lot like an ice world. Yep. We're going into the Frost area again. Remember, we went there just once for the promotion pre-quest? Yeah, the next series of hero quests all take place here. But it's not without reward. Some of these mission maps are really good to farm. Well, particularly two of them. One for like really intense gold making, like RNG expensive gold grind, RNG for a really expensive item, and one of them's basically nice, good, consistent gold farming as soon as you hit like level 65. So there you go. Not to mention, next F7's in this map, so I gotta do these quests. So anyways, we're basically investigating this frozen lands. So we gotta need to find some bundle of white hairs from Rancorous Forest monsters. Oh, that music sounds lovely. I love the theme for the ice lands. I really wish it was its own continent. This was like the last time we heard any really nice, unique music for this game. Except for maybe the Black Claw Nest theme. I mean, what's a better way to like describe an ice level than with a nice opera choir? Oh, snap. Yeah, these monsters in the frozen lands, you need to be really careful of them. They apply tons of slows, they apply tons of freezes, knockbacks and such. So play it a little safe. Unfortunately for me, you know, I'm powerful. I'm good. I say that as I'm probably going to get frozen later on by some monster. Early on it's not that bad. Most of them are just knockback monsters, but later you'll start seeing, like, you'll get frozen over and over again, and it is infuriating. But the monsters here frequently drop consumables like matchsticks, which will break the freeze. Unfortunately, they cannot be used in PvP anymore. I was a frequent abuser of that, I'll admit. Oh, I found all the materials. Let's go back to the detective. Now, what is this quest centered around? This quest is centered around meeting like a tribe of frost people to help them with monsters in their region. Yeah, fairly simple. So let's go deliver the evidence to Dustin, the captain. How long am I at? 7? Okay. Alright, I'm good on time. Yeah, thankfully all those detours were not too distracting. So alright. Okay, basically, we have to search the area manually for something because, well, we're the only one who could probably brave through these forests. Now, I think, was it Rancorous Forest where the quest takes place? I don't know, I can't see because of the frickin' title screen. Meet the unknown creature, somewhere in Rancorous Forests. Thankfully, they didn't tell me to sail it. It wasn't some typo and then I have to come here in Chaser's Ridge. Of course, we're in the level 60 plus area of the game, though the map levels are kinda inconsistent. The first quest is 60, but then you gotta cut for like a 64 map to get to a 62 map, so be careful. But of course, the time this area was released, the cap was still 70, was in the 70s, so it made sense. So let's find this mysterious creature. Okay, I don't remember how to do too much of these quests. It's been a while, because I know like the first half of this region's quest chain is really all I'm going to go over, and the reason for that is because I want to make sure I'm able to get to the level up and unlock it manually. Okay. Northern part of Rancorous Forest, what are they talking about? I went all over this map. I did not see one NPC. Though they're probably at Haven of Peace. I will assume they are at Haven of Peace. Let me see. Nope. That means they're a nice snowy graveyard. I really don't know how to do these quests, honestly. Let's see. They're traced the northernmost part of Rancorous Forest. And search. I guess there was something I had to search over there. I really don't think it's over there, but you know, might be wrong. Usually with these type of quests where you have to investigate something, there's like a little question mark of where the quest trigger zone is. is my screen shaking so much? Huh. I'm assuming it has to do with some of these monster animations that happen as soon as they pop up on screen. So let's go back through Rancor's Forest to make sure. Oh, I'm in channel 4. Oh, that's why. Oh, this little son of a bitch. Yeah, the ice map, like the other maps, have monsters that are a little more upgraded. Let's kill him, just for fun. Anyone who's been to Ice Dungeon will have fought this thing, but I'm fighting him for fun. Mostly because he actually does drop mats for something, but it's something I don't think you can get anymore. Or rather, it's so rare, I don't know why you would get. It's so rare, and like, it's one of those, for the effort required to get it, and I'll go over them. They're basically the two level 60 plus capes that you can get in this area. So let me go to the other map, which is Snowy Graveyard, because I think you were actually supposed to go there, but there's like a typo. I don't know, I went all over that map and I couldn't find a damn thing. Huh. You know, I really hate this whole search and find thing of something hidden, because I can never really find anything. But I guess I'll just, like, you know, tour this map and see if I can find what I'm supposed to be looking for. Because I don't want to go too far and end up somewhere I'm not supposed to be, you know, that's meant to be for like 3 levels later. Because a lot of these quests are unlocked at like 65, so I know this ain't some sort of level check area, because I've been to this area before at this level, and I've never really had trouble. Let me see, I'll try this map, and if not, I'll go back to, okay, yeah. Alright guys, after 4 minutes of searching, I finally realized and discovered it's not Rancor's Forest, it's Chaser's Ridge, which is actually the mission map that's coming up. It's the first of 4 in this area. So don't get them confused, just go to Chaser's Ridge, which is access through the graveyard, Snowy Graveyard. But anyways, this is who you were looking for, a Winter Fox Tribe soldier named Frank. It's a very nice name, Frank. Anyways, so he's trying to contact his, you're trying to contact with them. Anyways, you need to make friends with them, so you're gonna help him out by, you know, killing some wolves. So, yeah, what's a quest without having to kill 20 of the same monster? It's not me making fun of the game, I'm just saying it's cliche. And it's not really a mold you can break from, because it's how RPGs work when you have quest-based systems. You have to find a way. Okay, really, what Frost Wolves? Chaser's Ridge. I don't think I'm gonna trust that again. I think this is one of those like monsters that are like in a limited area and a lower number. Yep. Yeah, I remember these. I think you've seen these guys before over at Wolf's Den. Well, these are where they originally came from, and these are their higher level counterparts. So just kill 50 of them. Yeah, they're easy to kill. They're not like, you know, the stuff in the later levels where they... So watch out for these Penrers, because they'll try and slow you or something like that. A lot of these monsters will try to slow and freeze you, like I said. And I'm not really joking about that. They're actually really annoying with that. Can you die with them? No, because none of their freezes are really like that bad. So let me jump down first. So 13 to go. Oh, there's 3 of them here. The lower half of the map seems much better to find them in, because like, yeah, you get to the area where like a lot more of them are. Maybe this upper section bridge is another good spot for them, but let's check near the entrance. I think there was a few there. Goal's 50. Going out at a reasonable rate. Okay, maybe I'll try and divide this into like 4 segments. Like, really, for those of you wondering if I'm going to do the whole thing, the answer is no. And the reason to that is because, well, the Frost Continent area is very linear. You do Chaser's Ridge, then Haven of Peace, then Bear Claw Mine, then finally Vergilus Ridge. And once you're done with all that, you're basically done with the area. This was unfinished content that got kind of retconned into its own storyline with the new Origin update. It was supposed to be the 3rd continent. Now it's Arcadia. We think. We hope. Please. 3rd continent would be nice, especially because considering you're going to make it 65 plus content, which is actually a perfect starting point. Yeah, this upper area does have a lot of good wolves to kill. For some segments. I think this lower segment right here. Nope. Yep. Don't go too far out this bridge. Like, okay, yeah. Yeah, there's just like a small area of the lower half of the map that's much better for killing these. Which is like this upper area right here, but not too far out. This ridge right here. And then this area right here. And because these monsters are in my level, I get silver coins, which is good because I need to get a husky set on this character. I'm up to 9 out of 50. And we don't know when that's getting discontinued. I don't know when that's getting discontinued too, so I'm actually legitimately scared I'm going to miss out on that set on this character. Because it's a good set to have on all levels. For those of you who are wondering, we did the event to celebrate the election, which was the Husky for the presidential events. You got to vote on 3 pets that got the reward: Husky, Flix, and Griffin. And the winner got their own little mini item set, which has some really good stats. So, yeah, just fair warning, it's going to cost you 50 Gata coins, and 50 silver coins, and 150 Gata coins. So it's a lot of farming to get if you don't have the gold to buy the Gata coins. But you still have to farm to get the silver coins, which is easy. Just go to a hidden map and just go to a hidden map for your level. Of course, 60, there's a bit of a standstill on hidden maps because of complications. Like, the highest level hidden map is for like the upper 50s, whereas the next one after it is for 70 plus. Okay, so anyways, so now we gotta kill frost golems, and I guess these guys are more in the upper half, or all over the map. This area is more themed for frost golems, considering the mission map monster is a 6-armed golem. So anyways, the frost golems are kind of reskins of the golems you find at Kundara. You know, the ones that knock you back on punch and all that. Somewhat reskin. They're a little bulky, it looks like, but you know, should be no problem. I am really glad I picked Savage. Looking back at this, like, they undid the final decision nerf. Like, when I first picked it, I was like, okay, that's gonna be easy. Then I took a hiatus after 20, and then Galaxia happened, which nerfed Savages. Then they undid that nerf partway into the guide, which made the farming so much easier for normal monsters. Oh my god, I got slowed. Yeah, the slow here is actually pretty harsh. Like, the freeze itself is pretty bad, but the slow, the movement speed slow, even when you're like 400, because I think it's a unique type of movement speed slow, or it's just that harsh of one to where you're like at a standstill. I hope I can get to the start of like clearing these maps, these mission maps. I think you do the mission maps after you've beaten this quest right here. There's no like definite quest timeline This is supposed to just be me going through this. And for those of you wondering, is this blind or not? No, this is actually, I've done all these quests when they were first released on my Overlord. I just haven't done them since then. Or at least not up to past Avice, which is the second of the 4 bosses. Yeah, it's the 4 bosses, it's Agnes, Avice, Alexander, and Cryos. Frios, or whatever the hell he's translated to in this server. Each of them are ice-themed bosses. Agnes is the ice golem, Avice is the sort of like possessed frost knight, Alexander is a polar bear, and Cryos is a frost dragon. So, it's a good series of quests, good series of mission maps, and there was a lot that came with it. Cryos was the best place to farm gold for a while. Avice is the level 60 to 75 F7 location. So, you got a lot to do here. Right when you hit 60, you can go to Avice if you can find a party there. I don't think you'll find a party there right away, though, because, you know, it's just like with Forgotten Village. They won't accept you right at the required level. They recommend you, they would rather have you closer to 65, where you're forced to go here. And, God, these guys are taking forever to kill. I really hope it doesn't take me more than 30 minutes to do these quests for this first segment. I mean, this would have been a lot shorter if, you know, but, hey, you know the good news is, Popcorn is actually, the developer of the game, is actually looking for mistranslated texts for quests. So you can talk about how this quest area right here has a mistranslated answer, and we can put it in the forum topic for it, that, hey, Popcorn, this quest that says to go somewhere in Rainforest Forests is actually telling us to go to Chaser's Ridge. Can you fix that? And he'll look into it, find out it's right, and then say, okay, we'll do it. See? See, a lot can do good if you can actually, like, give the developer a shot. And that's basically what my motto is for the Arcadia update. Give him a shot. He's doing a damn sight better than what our other developers are. Like a neglectful dad, at least he's around. Like when comparing him to your father, at least he's around. That's just a joke, obviously. My dad's always been there for me. And man, these golems are taking a while to kill. And of course it doesn't help that the golems are like among the higher HP mobs here. At least there's serene, tranquil, frost-themed music to keep me cool and calm. Get it? Get it? Keep you cool? It's funny because I'm Cool Sam. Ah. I get to finally make ice puns. Yes, you can make all the ice puns about Cool Sam being in the cool area. Get it? Alright, Sam. Alright, Sam. You're at like 700 subs. I would rather be much higher before I start losing them by saying puns. Of course, I probably already lost my subs by, you know, being me. Or by neglecting to keep this guide up to date, despite the fact that, you know, all I really have to do is just level this character. Of course, there's always the matter of Arcadia. Am I going to do the arcade? You know what? I could probably just, while I'm doing the rest of these quests, I can do the, I could probably talk about what my plans are. I'm going to do this to Avice, which, because it's the next F7, that's more important. You can do Alexander and Cryos if you want. Like I said, it's very linear. And it's very linear. And, oh crap, I need to repair my weapon. Anyways, yeah, Agnes and Avice will be the first hero quest I do because they're linear, and you need to do Agnes to unlock Avice, which I think has a quest to do Avice and Alexander at the same time, so... Okay, Soul Crystals from Chaser's Ridge Monsters. Well, I would love to do that, buddy, but I need to repair my stuff. 20 more, okay, about 6 more minutes. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good stopping time for the recording. I'm not really, like, doing large parts anymore. Well, I could technically go as long as I want in this part, mostly because it's getting a little strapped for gold. I really shouldn't worry about gold too much because, well, gold is not really like a lot of these maps are 60 plus, meaning they're going to drop some good gold value. So I don't need to worry about gold too much. Oh, let's go about the new sets. At 61, you'll get your level 61 set, which is now for the third job. Shine Fever is not really that good a set. The Chaos version is not that good either. Another new thing. This area has 2 unique capes you can go for. Are they worth it? It's questionable. The Avalanche cape, definitely not. One, it's like level 63. It doesn't give that good stats, and the materials to farm for it are pretty high. Like, these are rare drops from the mission maps, these are rare drops from field monsters, and then this is just like a static drop you get from monsters in the area in general. And this is for the second half of this ice area. Same scenario. This is a little more worth it. The stats on the Blizzard cape are better, but, well, with the release of the Boost Pack Cygnus, with the Boost Pack Cygnus at, 55, the Bone Dragon cape at 6, with the release of, Boost Pack Cygnus at 55 gives you critical damage and movement speed at a fairly decent level. It's got a good plus 20 value. I would say this is more worth it. Also, at 70, you get access to Paris Wings, which are the best defensive back in the game, which also give critical damage. And if you're a PvP guy with literal gold piles, basically if you're Scrooge McDuck, you could just buy Dark Giant Wings, which, with a good socket and a good Soulcraft, can have 100% critical damage total. So, why would you go for, Blizzard Cape nowadays? Back in the days of Aim Evade, Blizzard Cape was the best in slot cape because it had agility. It had 40 agility as well as evade rate as a default soul option. It also had 20 health, meaning unlike those rare and unobtainable Keymart wings, these were still relatively... Oh god, I got frozen. And then I got net bound. Oh god, it's just like facing a sentinel all over again. But anyways, we need to get these ice crystals. And I think this is where I'm going to start the part because, again, like I said, these are pretty straightforward. F7, that's what I'm trying to just repeat to you guys, and the reason I'm saying that is because it actually is. From my memory, this is a very linear quest chain that you only have to do half of, like a good 60% of, to get the F7, which is the real thing you should be going for here. Because it's a good F7 to level it. Not really. It's the introduction of 2 map F7s, and I know I'm going to have to go over a guide of this F7 eventually, but I haven't done it in so long. Like, unlike the Forgotten Village one, which is a very straightforward map pattern that you can make a build for easily that does 1 to 50 without you having to interact too much, this is Haven of Peace. It's 2 paths, they intersect frequently. Okay. And can I not do the next quest? Next quest isn't available. That's weird. Yeah, this is very weird. Okay. It's probably a good spot to end this off. Let's see here. Transported. I never did Temple of Water. Oh, right. I remember saying in a guide, it's a good quest chain, but I'm not going to do it. But, why don't I have this quest available? Huh. Well, I do not have this quest available, but I think I'm going to end this first part here. I'll do a little more research before the next part, so I'll see what's going on as to why I can't do this next quest chain. Because the next quest should be right there, but it's hard to say. Oh well. I'm sure it's something I'll figure out later. The area is probably in Snowy Graveyard or something like that, but I'll figure it out some other time. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next part where we'll fortunately figure out how to do the rest of Chaser's Ridge, and then maybe even get into Haven of Peace. And I think I have to do Haven of Peace and Bear Claw Mine in order to get F7, but I'm not sure. But we'll see then. See you guys next time.